Dragonflight is bringing with it an update to the profession system, including a whole new interface for crafting, crafting quality, and additional components such as recipe difficulty, profession traits, finishing reagents, and much more. All of these will help players to craft the best possible items and consumables, which they can then use for themselves, or they can be commissioned by other players to make for them through the new crafting orders system. This video is going to cover all of the new features of professions, including the crafting orders system, so that you have all the information you need going into Dragonflight to make the most of this professions update. In Dragonflight, crafted items can be made at different quality levels. There are 3 quality levels for consumables and 5 quality levels for gear. The quality of an item can be seen by the new icon in the corner of the crafted items icon. Quality can be influenced by a few different things. The recipe difficulty, which determines what skill level is required to make an item at its highest quality. The quality of the crafting reagents put into making the item, which will have the same quality level icons in their tooltip as the ones we just saw. And your profession skill level, which also includes the profession specialization system, which we will look into a bit later on in the video. When you're crafting, you will know what the expected quality of your crafted item will be by the meter in your profession interface. This bar will show you the expected quality, but it also contains a threshold within the bar which shows you the chance of the item being crafted at the next highest quality. This threshold will sit somewhere different for each crafted item depending on its difficulty and the crafter's skill level. Passing this threshold is completely RNG, but it can be brought down thanks to the new profession traits being added in Dragonflight. We will touch on profession traits in just a moment. The last feature that can impact the quality of a crafted item are the new finishing reagents. These reagents themselves can be of varying quality levels, and they act as sort of a booster to your crafted item to further enhance its quality or boost the crafter's skill level. The purpose of these quality levels is to essentially grant users better or additional effects from using higher quality crafted items. For example, higher quality crafted gear will have stronger stats, and consumables may be more powerful or offer bonus effects. There are also profession traits that can benefit you while you are crafting, including inspiration, which gives you a chance to gain more skill while you are crafting, and also a chance to craft an item at the next highest quality level. This is the RNG threshold I mentioned earlier, so having more inspiration can bring that threshold down and give you a better chance of gaining extra skill or crafting a higher quality item. Resourcefulness has a chance to use fewer crafting reagents when making an item. Crafting speed allows you to craft items faster. And finally, multi-craft gives you a chance to make additional items when you are crafting. These profession traits can be affected by things like profession equipment, which are special gear pieces specific to your profession. They have their own exclusive equip slots so that you don't have to clutter up your inventory, and you will automatically put on your profession equipment when you begin gathering or crafting. You will be given a piece of profession equipment after completing the quest from Asli in the Artisans Market in Valdrakken, which shows you the basics of crafting orders. As you can see, the Wildercloth Alchemist's robe provides additional resourcefulness and crafting speed. You can have 3 pieces of profession equipment active at any time, 2 profession accessories such as a robe and a hat, and 1 profession tool, similar to the mining pick or herbalism spade. Once you reach skill level 25 in your profession, you will be able to choose your first specialization. Each profession should see 3 different specialization pathways, and the goal here is to differentiate each player's profession capabilities. Let's take alchemy for example. One player may specialize in potion mastery, making them not only better at crafting potions, but also making their potions more powerful. The same can then be said for another player that specializes in file mastery, allowing them to craft more powerful files. The profession specialization system works similar to a talent tree, in that you earn profession knowledge by crafting items, completing profession-specific quests, or finding special profession items out in the world. That profession knowledge can then be spent in your specialization tree to further enhance your crafting capabilities in a variety of ways, such as increasing the duration of an item's effects, increasing your inspiration level while crafting, and much more. One of the biggest updates to the profession system in Dragonflight is the addition of crafting orders. Crafting orders allow players to get their hands on gear, consumables, and other items that are exclusive to a specific profession without having to take on that profession themselves. These items can even include epic soulbound pieces, with many of the highest quality items being comparable in item level to mythic raid gear, making some crafted items extremely important for many players. To make a crafting order request, speak to one of the 3 crafting order clerk NPCs in the Artisans Market in Valdrakken. This will open up the crafting orders interface, which looks similar to the auction house UI. From there, players are able to browse through categories such as gear, consumables, and more, and select an item they would like to have crafted for them. They can even supply optional reagents that they may have as a contribution towards the final product, but this is not compulsory. Once an order has been placed, any players with a high enough skill level in the given profession who has learned the recipe for the item can choose to make it. Orders will be placed publicly by default, meaning that anyone who is able to make the desired item will be able to see it and take on the project. However, you may also specify for your order to be personal, which lets you send it to a particular player. This is a great feature for players with guildies or friends who they can rely on to craft good quality items. As the crafter, you can browse crafting order requests from your profession-specific crafting table, either through the table interface itself or manually through your professions tab, as long as you are standing by your profession table. Crafters can then see the public and personal list of requests and choose whichever ones they like. As of the time of this video, crafters have a maximum of 30 items they can craft daily, and this seems to only apply to public orders, so there may be different limitations for personal orders. If an order expires before the crafter is able to complete it, this will not count towards their limit for the day. Depending on how many materials have been supplied by the buyer, the crafter may have to fill in the necessary reagents before they can make the item. Then, once the order is fulfilled, the crafter receives their commission and the customer will receive their order in the mail. It will also be possible for the buyer and the crafter to meet in-game, but this seems less convenient. As a final note, the price of a crafting order can be brought down if the buyer is able to provide some or all of the necessary materials. Finally, crafted items will also be able to be recrafted in Dragonflight. What this means is an item that has already been crafted can be brought back to the crafting orders interface to be remade with different finishing reagents, or simply to have its quality increased to boost the item's effectiveness. Recrafting requires a special reagent in addition to a portion of the materials required to make the item in the first place. This can be done by crafters and non-crafters alike. Non-crafters will simply have to revisit the crafting orders interface to resend the item for recrafting. Those are all of the major changes to the profession system in Dragonflight. Best wishes for your profession journey in Dragonflight, happy crafting, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!